of the meeting, so I'd like to call that to order. And we have our first resolution for Resolution P30422. This is a resolution commending Roger Ramsamy, PhD, for being elected to the World Federation of Colleges and Polytechnics Board of Directors. This is a presentation by legislators Casal and Bendet, and anyone else that would like to join us. And I'd also like to invite our friend, Dr. Ramsamy, to come down and join us here on the floor.
Welcome, everybody. This first resolution presentation for this evening is P30422. It's a resolution commending Roger A. Ramsamy, PhD, Dr. Roger A. Ramsamy, for being elected to the World Federation of Colleges and Polytechnics Board of Directors. Whereas a community is only as great as its members who provide exemplary leadership and service and who, through personal and professional dedication, contribute to the fabric and climate of Rensselaer County. And whereas attendant to such duty and fully in accord with its long-standing traditions, it is the intent of this legislative body to convey its compliments to Dr. Roger A. Ramsamy upon being elected to the World Federation of Colleges and Polytechnics Board of Directors. And whereas the World Federation of College and Polytechnics, formally established in 2002, offers members a forum to exchange best practices and remote professional and technical education and training across the globe with a vision of becoming the principal international network of colleges, institutes, and polytechnics. And whereas Dr. Ramsamy has emphasized international outreach and partnership building since becoming Hudson Valley Community College's 7th president in the year 2018, Hudson Valley Community College has a history as an institution welcoming international students, and the college serves an average of more than 35 foreign countries per year. And whereas Dr. Ramsamy has prioritized forging an educational partnership with Costa Rica, and in November of 2021, the college signed a memorandum of understanding establishing a partnership with the Ministry of Public Education of Costa Rica. This is the first partnership between a U.S. higher education institution and MEP. And whereas Dr. Ramsamy is currently the only board member representing the United States, and Hudson Valley Community College is the only United States member of the WFCP's Global Member Network, which includes 22 countries. Now therefore be it resolved that the Rensselaer County Legislature pause in its deliberations to acknowledge the outstanding accomplishments and notable contributions of Roger A. Ramsamy, and be it further resolved that the clerk of the legislature transmit a copy of this resolution suitably engrossed to Dr. Ramsamy. So first I'm going to give this to Dr. Ramsamy. Thank you very much. Secondly, I'm going to ask if any of my other legislators would like to come and say a few words. We're all very proud of Hudson Valley here, or I guess I can speak on behalf of the entire body, and we're very grateful for your leadership. Anybody else?
No, doing a little investigating on Dr. Ramsamy and his being on his board, and congratulations, Doctor. But there's 15 board of directors on this board, and we're talking about countries like Australia, Brazil, China, Chile, London, and Spain. And it's just a great honor to have somebody from the United States to be on this thing, and there's other community colleges. And Dr. Ramsamy is a great guy. He's bringing this college to a new level. He's just, I'm on the foundation board, which is the arm. We raise money for the college to help children who probably can't afford college to come on to college. And he's at our meetings when we have him every quarterly, maybe months, and he's hands-on with us. And it's a great honor to have all these young girls out there from Miss Softball actually to meet or see the president of maybe your future college. So, and then, you know, one of the mothers out there, one of the Mrs. McDonough, played for Hudson Valley alumni, and she was an all-star for Hudson Valley playing softball, and she was a great athlete. So she'll be down here later on. So I just wanted to say congratulations, Doctor.
Thank you so very much to all of you for this resolution. I really appreciate it. I would just like to ask my team to stand, the Hudson Valley Community College team. If you could just stand for a second. For most of you, this here didn't come about but because of these individuals. They work hard every single day to make sure that Hudson Valley Community College stay not the best in the city, in the capital region, not the best in the state, but the best in the United States. And we intend to make sure that Hudson Valley, this team, see Hudson Valley on the world stage as the best community college in the world, hopefully one day. Thank you to them, and thank you to all of you.
Thank you to Dr. Ramsamy and the legislators. He never fails to recognize his team, his wonderful team at Hudson Valley. So thank you all for coming tonight to share in this award with him. Okay, our next resolution is P33322. This is a resolution commending the 8U Brunswick Blitz softball team on an outstanding season. And this is going to be a presentation by legislators Harrington, Casal, and Maloney. And we invite Coach Mike Kruger and team down to the floor. Come on down.
Okay, you ready? I mean, look at this. Doesn't it make your heart melt right here? So I'm going to read this resolution. Resolution commending the AU Brunswick Blitz softball team upon an outstanding season. Whereas of the hard work and steadfast commitment by some of the exceptional youth in our county to excel in education and competitive sports is consistent with the duty of the legislative body to recognize their achievements. It is a sense of the legislative body to recognize the youth of our county, which with superior achievements have contributed to the viability of the community. This year, the AU Brunswick Blitz softball team won all 8 of its tournaments they entered and finished the season with an astonishing 61-5 record. The Blitz outscored their opponents by 484 runs. Scoring a total of 763 runs and only allowing 279 runs. The Blitz scored 10 or more runs in 50 games, mercied their opponents in 31 games, and had a win streak of 22, 14, and 9 games. As the smallest league in the Hudson Mohawk District 7, the Blitz outplayed several of the largest leagues in their district. The AU Brunswick Blitz softball team members are Blaine Brock, if you want to raise your hand if you're here. Blaine. Sienna Patrick. Sienna. Skylar Ferris. Haley McGrath. Alexandria Kruger. Addison Nagoda. Harper Kroll. Gabriel here. Guyana Tomorrow. Gianna. Thanks, Coach. I was wondering who was yelling in my ear, you know, looking behind there. I thought it was you guys. And Mattingly Kruger. And Harper Hansen. Are there any more that I didn't call? Okay, that's great. Okay, this outstanding team flourished under the guidance of Coach Mike Kruger. Mike here. Amanda McGrath. Nikki Baldwin. Nick McGrath. So now for the resolved, the Frenship County Legislature does hereby commend and offer congratulations to the coaches, team members, family, and supporters of the team. Well-deserved appraised recognition. And it be further, a copy of the resolution suitably engrossed be transmitted to the coaches, team members of the AU Brunswick Blitz softball team. Congratulations. And when I was talking about Dr. Ransamy here, about McDonough's here. I grew up with the grandfather here, Timmy, and he's in the audience. And he was a great ball player. And Amanda was a great ball player, and she's the one who played for Hudson Valley. And she was an all-star, all-area when she was in Lansingburg. So congratulations, Amanda. So congratulations, girls, and good luck in your next adventure, right? Or good luck in school, too.
Thank you.
Coach,
Anybody else want to speak?
you want to say anything?
Want to speak?
Thanks for recognizing these girls. They did a lot of hard work. They worked through the winter, which is not a lot of girls at their age play softball throughout the winter to keep getting better, and they played great under pressure. Obviously, they always came through when it was big, and they deserve all the recognition that they get. They worked really hard.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
As a former coach of Columbus. I don't want to play.
Yes, thank you. All right. Thank you.
Thank you to our coaches and to the girls. Congratulations on a great season. I recognize some of those last names, actually, but potentially with some older siblings who might be playing softball, too. So congratulations. And certainly Dr. Ransamy will be looking for you when you start your freshman year at Hudson Valley. We'll be back in nationals in no time. So congratulations. Our next resolution is P 33422. This is a resolution commending Sergeant Mike Kondo upon the occasion of his retirement from the East Greenbush Police Department. And I'd like to invite Sergeant Kondo down with his family if he would like. And this is a presentation by legislators Grant, Hoffman, Fiacco, and Bailey. And is Jay Wilson here? Jay, come in.
It's a great honor and privilege for us to recognize the achievements of Meg Kondo's husband, Mike Kondo, today. Mike Kondo really, when you look at his career, he's the history of East Greenbush. East Greenbush made some tremendous progress over the last 3 decades, and in many of our opinions, that is due in no small measure to the work of Mike Kondo. The Kondo family is an outstanding family with a tremendous history in the town of East Greenbush, generations after generations. And Mike exemplifies the very best that East Greenbush has to offer and the very best that the East Greenbush Police Department has to offer. There's a lot I could say about Mike Kondo. The easiest thing to say is he is a person who throughout his life and his career has always been able to de-escalate very, very tense situations, which is an invaluable skill to have in law enforcement. It's amazing. A couple of these I saw in person when my kids were younger in East Greenbush. We won't get into that too much, Mike, but thank you. And one of the things I noticed about Mike's career, he was a very strong law enforcement person, but he was also a very strong person as far as community policing. He knew the occasions when it was appropriate to kind of pull back just a little bit and maybe have a conversation with the individual where that person could learn something from the experience rather than to get that person immediately into the system. He had a remarkable way of reading people, a remarkable way of communicating with people, and I'm sure Meg will agree with that. In his retirement months, he's probably done a remarkable way of helping things out around the house as well. And I use the word remarkable in that case advisedly. So we'll read the resolution if it's okay. Resolution commending Sergeant Michael Kondo upon his occasion of his retirement from the East Greenbush Police Department. Whereas a great county is only as great as those persons who give commendable service to their community, whether through participation in voluntary programs, through distinctive personal achievement in their professional or other endeavors, or simply through a lifetime of good citizenry. And whereas such service, which is truly the lifeblood of the community and the county, so often goes unrecognized and unrewarded. And whereas Sergeant Mike Kondo is such an individual, one who is worthy of the esteem of his community as well as the county. And whereas Mike is a lifelong resident of the town of East Greenbush, and whereas Mike was a graduate of Columbia High School, class of 1981. 1981, wow. And in 1983 graduated from the Memorial Hospital School of Radiology. And whereas in 1985, Mike joined the East Greenbush Police Department after being a volunteer dispatcher at the Rensselaer County Sheriff's Department. And whereas Mike was a longtime firearms instructor, field training officer, accident investigator, and chemical agent trainer. And whereas Mike started as a police officer on July 8th, 1985, and was a member of the Community Emergency Response Team, SWAT, from 1994 through 2009. And whereas from August 1996 to April 1998, Mike was in the Detective Division, and on October the 13th of 2004, Mike was promoted to the rank of Sergeant. Mike also served as the Assistant Chief of the East Greenbush Police Department. Since 2020, Mike has been a school resource officer, providing extra security for the future of our community. And again, that is not the easiest job in the world, being a school resource officer. That is where you put all of your skills together to help the school move smoothly, navigate many crises, and really help students who are just beginning their careers in their lives, help them become more acclimated to the roles of law enforcement, building a trust among the younger people in our community, which is vital in the safety of the community. Whereas on July 22nd, 2022, Sergeant Kondo took his final walk with the East Greenbush Police Department. And whereas Mike will now be able to spend more time at home with his wife, Margaret, Meg, and 4 children, Katie, Ryan, Erin, and Emily. And whereas Mike Kondo's dedication to his positions and his conscientiousness, sensitivity, and kindness will be sorely missed and has been sorely missed by the administration and his community, now therefore be it resolved that the Rensselaer County Legislature pause in its deliberations to acknowledge the outstanding efforts and notable contributions of Sergeant Mike Kondo to his community. And be it further resolved that the clerk of the legislature transmit a copy of this resolution suitably engrossed to Sergeant Mike Kondo. Can we have a round of applause? Would any other legislators like to comment? Mike, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Grant, Leon, Rob, Kelly. 38 years went by in a flash, and my entire adult life has been dedicated to the emergency services in East Greenbush. I belong to all 3 different fire departments. I was a member of Rensselaer County Search and Rescue. I'm a life member of Bruin Rescue Squad, where I trained as an EMT and rode for years back in there. I have no regrets. I just have to tell you that retirement is wonderful, but yet I'm a little bit bored. I loved being a police officer. I loved helping people. I met a lot of great people who sit in this room right here. Tommy and I go way back. It's been fun, and I have the greatest respect for those that do the job today, because it's not the same as when I started in 1985. I can honestly say that the police officers today have my heartfelt appreciation and all my best wishes for a successful, safe career for them. I was lucky enough. I was involved in a few shooting incidents, and I'm still standing here. So, that being said, I can't thank you all enough. Thank you very much for the recognition. It's been an honor, and hopefully, the next chapter of my life is just as much fruitful and productive as the first chapter of my life was. Thank you very much.
Yeah, does anybody need a break before we continue on to the regular meeting? Everybody all set? Okay. Great. It is 6:25, so it is time to call the September 13th, 2022 regular meeting of the Rensselaer County Legislature to order. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Kel, I'd like to just say that the attendance remains at 19-0.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll go right to the invocation. Mr. Grant?
Madam Chairperson, we respectfully ask for a moment of silence upon the passage of our good friend and colleague, Colonel Peter Goebel, who is the Director of the Office of Veterans Services.
Mr. Grant.
Thank you. Heavenly Father, please hear this prayer for the remembrance. Provide these souls with your abundance of love as they enter your heavenly kingdom. Help the families and loved ones left behind to understand that you have a plan for everyone. Help them to find peace in their time of mourning and to know that no matter what you are always with them. Amen.
Amen. Pledge of Allegiance, Mr. Grimm. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll get right to the meeting agenda. Mr. Harrington?
Move that we dispense with the reading of the minutes of the regular meeting of August 9th, 2022, and approve the minutes as printed.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. Presentation of petitions,
On file.
presentation of communications,
On file.
reports of commissions,
On file.
departmental reports,
On file.
reports of standing committees,
On file.
local laws.
There's one introductory tonight.
Okay. We can get right to the index of resolutions. We don't have anybody to sign up to speak tonight.
We do not.
Okay, let's do our first local law.
That's only introductory. There's no vote on that.
Okay.
You just read the caption and that's it?
Nope, it's just on the agenda as introductory.
Okay, thank you. Index of resolutions, G 34922.
G 34922, resolution amending the 2022 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget Office of the Sheriff, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 35022.
G 35022, resolution classifying action to undertake certain projects as type 2 actions not subject to seeker review. Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 35122.
G 35122, resolution of the County of Rensselaer, New York, authorizing the amendment of energy performance contract with Seaman Industry, Inc. for improvements at the Rensselaer County Storage Facility and related lease purchase agreements with Siemens Public, Inc. Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 35222.
G 35222, resolution authorizing a funding agreement with the New York State Office of Addiction Services and Supports and amending the 2022 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget Mental Health, introduced by legislators Grant, Leverage, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 35322.
G 35322, resolution authorizing an agreement for printing and mailing services, tax services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 35422.
G 35422, resolution authorizing the purchase of radio equipment for the Rensselaer County Correctional Facility Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 35522.
G 35522, resolution authorizing an intermunicipal agreement with Berlin Central School Districts and amending the 2022 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 35622.
G 35622, resolution authorizing an intermunicipal agreement with Brunswick Central School District and amending the 2022 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 35722.
G 35722, resolution authorizing acceptance of a grant award from the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services and amending the 2022 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget, Department of Probation, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 35822.
G 35822, resolution authorizing an increased cost to a purchase order for materials needed to install and replace water sewer meters, Buildings Department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 35922.
G 35922, resolution authorizing memorandum of understanding extending grant period, economic development and planning, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Bendet, Choquette, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 36022.
G 36022, resolution appointing a fair housing officer, Bureau of Economic Development and Planning, introduced by legislators Bendet, Choquette, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 36122.
G 36122, resolution authorizing purchase of IT equipment for 61 State Street Facility, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 36222.
G 36222, resolution authorizing contracts for various county municipalities for snow and ice removal, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Bendet, Choquette, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 36322.
G 360,
It was,
Yeah, it was typo on the,
She's 363.
right?
on mine it's right, 63. What? Okay, so resolution authorizing the Rensselaer County Executive to apply and receive funding for, under the 2022 Restore New York Communities Initiative Round 6 Grant Program, County Executive, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
all those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 36422.
G 36422, resolution authorizing the acceptance of additional funding from the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation and Environmental Facilities Corporation for the State Septic System Replacement Fund Program and amending the 2022 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget, Department of Health, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Bendet, Stahl, and Doran.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 36522.
G 36522, resolution authorizing contract for septic system replacement design, Department of Health and Bureau of Economic Development and Planning, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Bendet, Choquette, and Nichols.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 36622.
G 36622, resolution authorizing a contract for the purchase of dishwashing detergents, Bureau of Aging, Sheriff's Office, Van Rensselaer Manor, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 36722.
G 36722, resolution authorizing the acceptance of a grant from the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services and amending the 2022 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 36822.
G 36822, resolution authorizing the acceptance of a grant from the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services and amending the 2022 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 36922.
G 36922, resolution authorizing the acceptance of a grant award from the New York State Office of Victim Services and amending the 2022 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget, District Attorney, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 37022.
G 37022, resolution authorizing purchase of air purifiers for county school buildings, Department of Health, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Bendet, Stahl, and Doran.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 37122.
G 37122, resolution authorizing purchase of COVID-19 test kits for county school buildings, Department of Health, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Bendet, Stahl, and Doran.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 37222.
G 37222, resolution authorizing contracts with various school districts for COVID-19 testing coordinators, Department of Health, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Bendet, Stahl, and Doran.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 37322.
G 37322, resolution authorizing the purchase of highway equipment, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
19 ayes.
So moved. G 37422.
G 37422, resolution authorizing the acceptance of a grant from the New York State Office of the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee, Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney. I'd like to just take a minute to update the
Yep.
attendance to 18. Peter
At
Grimm has-
6:36 PM.
Yes,
Okay.
Peter Grimm has left, so it's now 18.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 37522.
G 37522, resolution authorizing the amendment of a contract for a grant award from the New York State Office of Indigent Legal Services and amending the 2022 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget, Public Defender, Conflict Defender, and Public Administrator, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, and Maloney.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 37622.
G 37622, resolution authorizing the purchase of highway equipment, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 37722.
G 37722, resolution authorizing the purchase of highway equipment, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. Congratulations, Joe. You got a lot of things coming to the department, right? You're- G 37822.
G 37822, resolution authorizing supplemental agreements number 1 for construction inspection services, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 37922.
G 37922, resolution authorizing the implementation and funding in the first instance 100% of the federal aid and state Marchicelli program aid eligible cost of a transportation federal aid project, County Route 68, Pershing Ave pavement preservation, amending the 2022 Rensselaer County adopted budget and authorizing supplemental agreement number 1 for the project with the New York State Department of Transportation Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 38022.
G 38022, resolution authorizing an agreement for the construction inspection services relating to the County Route 68 Pershing Ave pavement preservation project, Highway Department, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 38122.
G 38122, resolution of the County of Rensselaer, New York, authorizing an energy performance contract with Siemens Industry, Inc. for improvements at the Rensselaer County Ned Patterson Building and related lease, purchase, and other agreements with Siemens Public, Inc., Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 38222.
G 38222, resolution classifying action to undertake certain projects as a type 2 action, not subject to seeker review, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 38322.
G 38322, resolution of the County of Rensselaer, New York, authorizing an energy performance contract with Siemens Industry, Inc. for the improvements at the Rensselaer County Agricultural and Life Sciences Building and related lease, purchase, and other agreements with Siemens Public, Inc., Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 38422.
G 38422, resolution classifying action to undertake certain projects as a type 2 action, not subject to seeker review, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 38522.
G 38522, resolution amending the 2022 Rensselaer County adopted budget, district attorney, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 38622.
G 38622, resolution amending the 2022 Rensselaer County adopted budget, Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 38722.
G 38722, resolution authorizing the purchase of safety vests, Office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 38822.
G 38822, resolution authorizing purchase of ballots for the Board of Elections, introduced by legislators Bailey, Hoffman, and Grimm.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 38922.
G 38922, resolution amending the 2022 Rensselaer County adopted budget, district attorney, introduced by legislators Grant, Maloney, and Weaver.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 39022.
P 39022, resolution commending Zapala Block upon the occasion of its 100th anniversary, introduced by legislators Stahl and the entire legislative body. I'd like to note that Mr. Bendet has stepped out of the meeting, so the attendance is currently at 17.
At 6:42. Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P 39122.
P 39122, resolution commending Stacy Pomeroy Draper, and Douglas G. Boucher as recipients of the 2022 Hart Cluett Awards, introduced by legislators Grimm, Doran, Fleming, Nichols, Weaver, Zaluski, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P 39222.
P 39222, resolution commending the Hart Cluett Museum upon the occasion of its 95th anniversary, introduced by legislators Grimm, Doran, Fleming, Nichols, Weaver, Zaluski, and the entire legislative body. I'd like to update the attendance back to 18. Mr. Bendet is back in the room.
6:43 PM. Scott returns. Record time. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 39321.
P
22. Sorry.
P 39322,
22.
resolution recognizing National POW MIA Day, September 16th, 2022, introduced by legislators Harrington, Casal, and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 39422.
P 39422, resolution recognizing October as National Breast Cancer Awareness Month in Rensselaer County, introduced by legislators Fiacco and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 39522.
P 39522, resolution recognizing the month of October 2022 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month, introduced by legislators Hoffman and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 39622.
P 39622, resolution recognizing October 2022 as National Bullying Prevention Month, introduced by legislators Hoffman and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 39722.
P 39722, resolution opposing recently enacted New York State laws regulating legally authorized concealed carry gun permits and banning concealed carry in public as being an unconstitutional attack upon the rights of law-abiding citizens, introduced by legislators Maloney, Hoffman, Loveridge, Bailey, Harrington, Bendet, Casal, Choquette, Fiacco, Grant, Patiri, Stahl, and Wysocki.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
12 ayes, 5 opposed.
So moved. P 39822.
I'm sorry, I'd like to update that vote. It was 13-5. Sorry, miscalculation on my behalf.
Okay.
P 39822, resolution urging New York State Governor Kathy Hochul and the New York State Legislature to examine the 2019 criminal justice reforms and reverse those policies that prohibit judicial discretion and allow dangerous repeat criminals to be released immediately after committing a crime, introduced by legislators Hoffman and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. P 39922.
P 39922, resolution adjourning the September 13th, 2022 legislative meeting in fond memory of Honorable Pat M. Casal, introduced by legislators Hoffman and the entire legislative body.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. G 422.
G 422, resolution authorizing a contract for broadband services SOAR District, introduced by Chairwoman Hoffman.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. Yeah. Okay, that is, concludes the index of resolutions.
Sorry.
Legislative privilege. You're welcome, Dan. It's our privilege to be able to recognize all the years that your father played an integral part of our community as a small businessman, as a friend to ours, as a public official. And so we will recognize him in the upcoming months. So we appreciate, thank you. I had a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? Second? All in favor? Aye. Oh, I didn't hear you, Cindy, I'm sorry. So, can we, does somebody want to rescind their, we'll rescind that. I didn't hear, I apologize.
I know it's been a long meeting, but I'd be remiss if I didn't stand and address the chair, and hopefully, George is also listening.
regarding a decision made by Dr. Ramsey. I know we honored him tonight for his accomplishment. But as president of Hudson Valley, and I know you all are aware, I'm on the education committee here. I am on the health committee here. I'm on the county health board. I'm a former public school teacher, an adjunct for Hudson Valley, so I'm clearly vested in education. The newspaper, the Times Union, reported that we had some kind of say, the legislature and the administration of the county, in this decision made by Dr. Ramsey and his team. I know I spoke with the chairwoman and the leadership at committee meetings last week, and as well as our director of public health, Mary Graham Tunis, and you've all said, as of Mary Graham, that you were not consulted on this issue. I know that our caucus was not consulted. We were shocked when we read and heard what we did. Hudson Valley is a gem to this community as it is. And I have to tell you, and I'm sure I'm not the only one in this room, I know Hugh is here, he would affirm the same. I received calls from constituents, I received emails from people outside of the county who had heard about this, and the kinds of comments made about this decision, and they think that, people think that we have something to do with it, that politics got involved with public education is a huge problem. I know Rich Chris has been quoted in articles in the paper. I know the Times Union did an editorial, and I would like to clear this up somehow. We had nothing to do with this. And I know that our caucus certainly does not support it. I realize in time he's going to have to, that we're intending to change the decision. From an educational point of view, but just a human point of view, why would we tell students that they don't have to follow rules that 64 or 63 other institutions don't follow? Does that mean we don't have to follow any rules in society? So that was the first thought that went through my mind. I have spoken with trustees. A number of them were not involved in this decision. I've spoken with the faculty association and student association. They were not involved in this decision. So what was reported from Hudson Valley is not accurate. I don't know how we set that straight, but I want it on public record that there was a problem. We are being talked about in other counties, and I hope that we don't go further with this in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I just wanted to, for the record, are we all so sure that Hudson Valley said something that is being discussed now, or is it possible that the newspaper made a mistake? We don't support the Times Union newspaper because they make mistakes. So I just don't know the answer to the question, but it appears that we're kind of jumping to conclusions when we might not know the answers.
Thank you, Mr. Loveridge. Still want to talk?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. In light of very recent arrest and indictment of one of our election commissioners, in order to preserve the sanctity of both Rensselaer County and the confidence that citizens of Rensselaer County have in us, I hope that we can unify and call for the resignation of Stacey Stewart. do the right thing, they have integrity. It would be really disgraceful to have Mr. Schofield, who is the only accused by doing his wrongdoings in that election, to be in some sort of presiding over the election and touching ballots, touching machines that have to do with this upcoming election to the same person. We also honored, declared a constitution. And, the Constitution, several, guaranteed the vote originally. There's several amendments that guaranteed the vote to women, not just property. The vote is truly imperative of our way of life. We don't, I would say we don't. We should come together, offer this resignation. The police officers, when they are subject to criticism or accusations, we place on administrative leave, or desk duty, or taking off certain cases. The commissioners of elections, they don't get that comfortability, and with good reason. The election process is safe. And that's what I'd like us to hopefully come together and really use to exert your influence and offer this resignation so that we can have a nice, clean election that the citizens of Rensselaer County can be proud of us.
Thank you, Mr. Fleming. Mr. Bailey?
I believe years ago there was a issue with Mr. McDonough, and he is still there in the or the election office. So I would like to let it play its hand out before we make any rash decision.
Thank you, Mr. Bailey. Mr. Leverage?
I just want to point out that this amendment to the Constitution that says your enemies are
Thank you. Mr. Maloney?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you, everyone. Drive safe.